Hello there, my name's Gemma. Today I'm at the amazing Osborne House, one of the most beautiful houses in the country. It's on the Isle of Wight, a small island off the south coast of England. Today, Osborne House is open to the public, but in the 19th century, it was the holiday home of Queen Victoria, one of the most famous queens in British history. Victoria was born on the 24th of May, 1819. She became queen in 1837 when she was just 18 years old, and reigned until she died in 1901. Today, this period is called the Victorian Age, and it was a very exciting time in British history. The country was very rich and powerful, and Victoria led an empire that reached around the world. But she didn't lead it alone. Her husband Albert, a German prince, helped her with her duties. Victoria and Albert married in 1840. The couple had 9 children, but their strong personalities often caused arguments with their sons and daughters, especially their eldest son, who later became King Edward VII. But Victoria had a wonderful relationship with her husband. Albert even designed this beautiful building as a holiday home for them, and they shared many happy times here. But then in December 1861, disaster struck. Albert died of typhoid. Victoria was heartbroken. For several years after Albert's death, she rarely went out, and she wore only black for the rest of her life. But while she never recovered from Albert's death, she was still the queen. And she was queen during a period of amazing progress in Britain. In many ways, the Victorians created modern Britain. They started many industries, organised cities, and built roads and railways. They even developed most of our modern sports, including tennis, rugby, cricket, and of course, football. Many Victorians are still famous today. Scientists like Charles Darwin, famous for his theory of evolution. Writers like Charles Dickens, who wrote many classic novels including Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol. Explorers like David Livingstone, who explored large parts of Africa. And Florence Nightingale, who made hospitals much safer by training nurses. Victoria was a very successful queen, and her influence stretched across the continent of Europe too, because almost all her children married members of other European royal families. She became known as the Grandmother of Europe, and today, the Queen of England, the King of Norway, the King of Denmark, and the King and Queen of Spain are all descendants of Victoria and Albert. But Victoria herself never recovered from her husband's death. She never married again. But she continued to spend a lot of her time here at Osborne House, the house that her husband designed. Over a century later, Victoria is still a British heroine, and many famous places are named after her and her husband. This is Victoria Station, one of the busiest train stations in London. This is the Victoria and Albert Museum, the world's largest art and design museum. And this is the Royal Albert Hall, one of the best-known concert halls in the world. Queen Victoria died here at Osborne House in January 1901 at the age of 81. Her death ended the Victorian Age, but you can still see the influence of the Victorians and their queen all over modern Britain.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero is David Beckham.
Why do you like him or her?
I like David Beckham because he is a good role model for young people.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My mum is my heroine and my dad is my hero.
Why do you like him or her?
I admire my mum because she's taught me valuable lessons about making the most of life and time, and I'm inspired by my dad because he's been very successful in his career.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero when I was younger was Batman.
Why do you like him or her?
I liked him because the films and comics were very different from the others and much more exciting.
Who's your hero or heroine?
I'd have to say my hero is Martin Luther King.
Why do you like him or her?
I like Martin Luther King because although he was a civil rights activist, he also pursued his dreams through non-violent means, and his I Have a Dream speech was incredible.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero is Owen Farrell. He is a rugby player for England.
Why do you like him or her?
I like him because he's different and he's very good at what he does.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My heroine is Margaret Thatcher. She was the first woman Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Why do you like him or her?
Because she was a very powerful woman and she did what she thought was right.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My favourite hero is Iron Man from the Iron Man films.
Why do you like him or her?
He's always there when people need him, and he also has a cool suit.
Who's your hero or heroine?
I don't really have a hero or a heroine, but I like the painter Vincent Van Gogh.
Why do you like him or her?
Despite his troubled life, he created amazing artwork.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero is a football player called Jack Lester who played for a football club called Chesterfield in the north of England.
Why do you like him or her?
He scored a lot of goals for the club and he became very popular.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My mum, definitely.
Why do you like him or her?
She had a very hard life when she was younger, but she looked after our family very well, and she's very loving and very caring as well.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero is Lin Dan from China. He's a very famous badminton player.
Why do you like him or her?
He's a good player. He plays very good badminton.
Who's your hero or heroine?
My hero is Matthew Bellamy, the lead guitarist in Muse.
Why do you like him or her?
He is an amazing singer and plays the guitar very well.